Hello, this is Jesse Coffey. I want to talk to you about a former anchorwoman for KSAZ television in Phoenix. Her name is Kari Lake. She is running for governor here in Arizona. Recently, she was greeted by reporters from our state newspaper, the Arizona Republic, and delivered a speech to them that was both Nazi-esque and totally incoherent. Let's have a look at it.
Because that's what this is about. Moms and dads who love their children and just want to make sure that they're being taught appropriately at school. Thank you very much.
Carrie, hi, I'm sorry. I'm Stacy Barchinger with the Arizona Republic. Can I just get one in?
You know what? You guys never cover Republicans fairly. And so therefore I'm not going to interview with you.
Okay, the only question I have is there are parents on the other end
you don't cover Republicans fairly. You don't cover Republicans fairly.
So I just want to give
you
a
cover
chance to respond to
Democrats.
that if you
You
want,
cover
since you're here
Democrats and you gush all over them and you love on them.
I'd like you to explain how the Republic gushes all over Democrats, Ms. Lake. Is it because the paper has in the past given presidential endorsements to Hillary Clinton and at least 3 future opponents of Trump?
You cover Republicans terribly. It's wrong, it's biased, and I will not do an interview with you. Okay. If you would like to start being a real newspaper that actually covers people who are Republican fairly, then I'm happy to talk to you. But it's garbage. The op-ed page over there is garbage. And I'm not going to talk to you.
Okay, well, you certainly know there's a difference between the op-ed page and the news reporting
I know
page.
it in your news reporting page. Not
Right.
very factual. I read an article and 90% of it was not factual.
Which one?
It was about me. I can't remember. That goofball that writes for your media.
No, this is too rich. Kari Lake, in her attempt to, as the header says, put the AZ Republic in its place, cannot even memorize an article in the newspaper that was critical of her. I am certain everyone at the University of Iowa is looking at this and thinking, we gave her a degree in journalism for this.
That guy, yeah.
Okay, just the one question.
So when you guys, when you want to
Okay.
start covering news fairly at the Arizona Republic, I'd be happy to do an interview with you. But I'm really tired of the garbage you're putting out. People read that and they trust you guys, and you don't cover people fairly. You cover liberals one way, and you cover Republicans another way, and we're tired of it.
How are
and
we
so
supposed to
therefore,
cover you fairly if you won't talk to us? This is the first time you and I have
you know
met.
what? Start doing some fair reporting where it's balanced. And I'm not asking for you to be a cheerleader for me, but cover me fairly. It's wrong what you're doing, and you're trying to poison the people of Arizona against Republicans while you cheerlead for people on the left, and it's wrong.
Nearly 2 minutes in, and Kari Lake has not provided a single example of how unfairly the Republic treats the Republican Party compared to the Democratic Party. Nor has she described the paper's supposedly unfair treatment of Arizonans in any way.
I'm a journalist at heart. I know what it's like to be on that side. And I always tried to cover people fairly.
All right, thank you.
So perhaps I'll read some of your articles, and if I trust that you do good work,
I've been doing some reporting on Katie Hobbs that you might be interested in.
I'll
Might
take a
provide
look
some
at
balance.
it. It'd be real surprising, and I hope
Do
that
you read the paper every day?
I do read a lot of it, but I've stopped reading the Republic. They write just constant attack ads.
So, she plans to read articles from the Republic on State Superintendent Katie Hobbs despite having earlier said that the Republic doesn't cover Republicans or Arizonans fairly. In a purple state.
It's like I announced I'm running for governor because I care about this state. I'm a mom who cares about this state. I want my children to have opportunities. And from day one, you guys were just going after me. It's like, what did I ever do to piss you off? It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, if I were on the left or a leftist, you guys would have been all over and how excited.
I have a question for you, Ms. Lake, and I want you to answer it honestly. If the Republic would have praised you had you been on the left, as you claim it would have, how come the paper attempted, and ultimately failed, to fact-check Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders after he did a rally in Phoenix? Bernie is, after all, the definition of a leftist to many people.
But the minute somebody who's doing great in the polls, as a conservative, and you guys are worried about that, starts to do well, you start attacking. And it's wrong. It's wrong.
Wait, wasn't the Republican historic go-to source of Republican and conservative ideals for decades?
How about just a comment on why you came out here today?
I came out here because I care about what's happening in our schools. I'm a mom. I have school-age kids. And I want great opportunities for them. I'm not running for governor because I want to be a politician. I don't want it for the fame. I'm not trying to get rich. You don't get rich in politics if it's done well, if it's done honestly.
So, let me get this straight. Kari Lake is the woman who repeatedly made stolen election claims related to last year's presidential election, demanded that Secretary of State Katie Hobbs be locked up for declaring Joe Biden the winner of the presidency here in Arizona, went to anti-mask rallies, where she demanded that students at Arizona State University actually go without a mask in clear violation of the requirement that they wear one at all times, and made appearances at campaign events with QAnon-linked activists. These include Josh Barnett, who tweeted many a QAnon-related hashtag, Ron Watkins, who was one of the main pushers of QAnon, Marianne Mendoza, who claimed in an anti-Semitic Twitter thread that Jews were plotting a global takeover, Grayson Arnold, who once claimed that Adolf Hitler was a complicated historical figure which many people misunderstand, and Ethan Schmidt Crockett, who does videos in which he burns gay pride flags. This woman, for God's sakes, did a video about the decline in journalistic integrity for Breaker University. And this woman claims she isn't running for governor to become rich or to become famous.
I'm doing this because I care about this state. I've lived here for a long time, and it's disgusting what the media does. The media has disappointed Arizonans, and they've disappointed this country, and it's wrong.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, now, we've come to the end of a video that is supposed to be about how GOP candidate Kari Lake put the Arizona Republic in its place. She provided a grand total of 0 examples of the paper's allegedly unfair reporting on Republicans and Arizonans, 0 examples of its alleged leftist favoritism, and 0 examples of its Democratic Party favoritism. No examples of any of that were provided in the entire video. This is especially unnerving considering that this isn't your average run-of-the-mill GOP candidate latching to Trumpism for votes. This woman graduated from the University of Iowa with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Communications and Journalism. This woman was on the payroll of Fox-owned and operated KSAZ-TV in Phoenix for 22 years. And now all she does is say everything an actual fascist would say, and do the kind of videos that would have been posted in 1934 by a time-traveling Nazi Party official. And speaking of Nazi Party officials, Ms. Lake quote-tweeted the video I just did a commentary on by demanding that the republic be acquired by someone who loves Arizona and loves America. That statement would have definitely been uttered by a Nazi Party official in 1932. I doubt anyone who watches the Fox station in Phoenix is going to miss her after all this, unless its viewers are as loyal to the Republican Party as anyone who watches the Fox News Channel, Newsmax, and One America News Network, all of which are networks who vary in degrees of batshit craziness. She is a lunatic and ought to be recognized as one. Do not vote for her, Arizonans, unless you want to lose any and all the brain cells you have as a voter. And with that statement, I conclude my editorial. I am Jesse Coffey. Have a good day.